right, welcome everybody. This is in fact the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders, and this is in fact our episode review of episode 8 of Star Wars Resistance. This is Synara's score.
Yeah, this whole episode ranking thing is weird because on my iTunes it says it's 7.
Yeah, it's because they split it up on
It's killing me.
the first episode being 2. So, I mean, I've got it the same way. Like on Amazon Prime, because that's how I'm watching it, it is set up as episode 7, but the first episode in the listing, it's fucking stupid. So this is an episode of Resistance, and we watched it today.
It's about Synara. So there's let me run down the brief explanation of what happened in this episode, and then let's talk about this because I'm mixed on this one. So you're not mixed at all?
No, not at all.
So the premise is that all of the defenses of the Colossus are down, and Jarek's shop is fixing the targeting system for the defenses. It wouldn't be an issue, except the aces are going to be sent off on a mission to guard something somewhere, and so it's going to be a defenseless Colossus platform, and sort of whatever the fuck it is, a space station or
Let's
station.
Put a pin in that point right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Then, coincidentally, Synara, the pirate that was rescued from the only good episode so far, was discovered, of course, because Kazudu and Tam are fucking retards, that the defenses are down. And so she calls the pirates and says, look, hey, it's down. This is our opportunity. Let's go. They come. They attack the dock right as they get the targeting computers back on the line, and then at the very end, the platform owner, operator, I can't remember, I'm looking for his name here, Captain Doza, reaches out to the First Order and asks for terms of, I guess, their protection from the pirates.
Yeah, so it's the classic mob boss bullshit.
Yeah. So this had a whole lot of dopey behavior in it that I don't think kids are this stupid.
I think kids might be this stupid nowadays. Like, otherwise, why would shit like this be made?
Well, because it's adults that think kids are this stupid.
God, I know. And that's a whole other tangent right there of people being so far removed from their youth that it I don't know. I guess it's because I'm a 32-year-old child that I still am like, what? This is kind of fucking dumb. But yeah, like, I don't understand. Especially with the momentum that they had last episode.
Yeah.
It was so good. I was on board. Like, I am still singing their praises from the last episode.
Yeah.
And this one just was like, oh, here's a weird turn of coincidences that are all happening right at the same fucking day.
Yeah. I'm glad
going back to the pin.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick. Why the fuck didn't they explain where the aces were going? Like, I thought I missed something because, to be perfectly honest, I was baking when I was watching this, so I was kind of in and out with full concentration.
He means food, people, just in case.
Oh, yeah, I'm a fucking square.
He wasn't getting baked.
No, I was getting super drunk and making cookies for my dogs and other people's dogs. That's what you do on a Monday.
Nice. As one does, yeah.
Yes. But God, that really... I'm glad somebody else caught that. I'm glad that wasn't me just completely missing something.
No, and the thing is I don't know if it's going to be like a plot point for the final episode or something like that. Because Jarek clearly states, no, of course you're not. You've never been the only spy on this platform, alluding that even outside of Synara and Kazuda, there are other spies, maybe even he himself. I didn't really know how to take that statement other than, yeah, there's tons of motherfuckers on this platform.
It's sort of where I saw it was, I mean, that's the reason why a decorated veteran is in that shithole is he's of course opened up shop, but I mean, that's a clever disguise, is opening up shop while still getting intel on the enemy.
So do you think that it's possible that Jarek is a spy for the New Republic not the Resistance, and that's why he doesn't want to be associated with Poe.
Honestly, I really hope so, because it kind of, at this point, at least this is what I've gathered. I should probably start over on this show just to see if I gather anything, but he's sort of a pointless character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's been a little bit of, dynamic, like going back to like his history as a pilot and blah, blah, blah. But he's sort of pointless. Like, he's the background character that kind of, pushes the dominoes over, but that's about all he does.
He very much took the father figure role in this for Kaz.
Mm-hmm.
In this episode specifically, because when you could see in Kaz's face when he's like, "You did a good job, Kaz," and he was just like, "Finally, approval from some male figure."
Yeah,
like, that was weird to me, and I really didn't like the apparent change of heart that Synara, the pirate spy, had toward Tam coming to help her. Like, it was so quick to just flip.
Yeah, that look of guilt on her face was like, no, you're a fucking pirate. That's what you do, especially a good, proper person of, like her.
Of pirate heritage.
Yes, you're infiltrating a base to become one of them, to find out their weaknesses, to take them out. You are going to remove yourself from them. Like, you shouldn't have any sort of ties. Like, you will make stuff up, and yes, you will be their friend to, like, in their mind, but the whole while you're just working them over.
Yeah.
Like that second clip of her guilty face. It's like, no, that's how this season's going to end, where she's the one that's like, I was with the pirates the whole time. I'm sorry, dudes.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is in like the next episode, or that final episode you're mentioning, she is going to be, taking sides.
Yeah.
And that's when they're going to be like, "You were with us the whole time." And then there's going to be that, like, you were with them scene.
Yeah.
And everyone's just going to be like, oh,
yeah.
How could you? She'd be like, "But when you came to save me, I had a change of heart and everything works out. Come on." Like, just come on. Kids aren't this dumb. Why are you doing this to me?
No, at least I really hope not.
Yeah.
For the sake of humanity, I hope kids aren't that stupid.
I don't know. I really I hated the setup of this episode, and I really don't like the execution of the episode. But I thought it did have some really wonderful little moments when Kaz was fighting the Trandoshan and Jarek was fighting the pirate boss. If I can find his name, I'll say it. But I thought that was a fun little scene of, just sort of back and forth, cat and mouse, beating up each other. And like this sort of the pressure of, I need to get this on, but I can't because it's not working.
Yeah, see, I understood the tension of that moment, but at the same time, it's like pretty much everybody's has blasters in their hands. And there was a huge chunk of time with the realization of, oh, fuck, there's the bait. I'm going to get them.
They watched them run up, and they had a blaster.
Like, nobody used their blasters. And at the end of the melee fight, when the alien flies into the port that the computer, like the targeting tracking thing goes into, like just so casually like slides out before it squishes him, it's like, come on, just fucking kill somebody.
Yeah. I really don't like, they're presenting like all humanoid creatures are the same, whereas a Trandoshan would have ripped Kaz to shreds, like with his bare clawed hands. Like they're like Wookiee level strength.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like I don't know, there wasn't that intensity of like, oh my, these other species are like terrifying for a reason. Their cultures or just their raw strength, like play that up, because that's what makes Star Wars interesting and exciting, is that everyone's not the same. It's not milquetoast. It's, there's dangerous people out there.
Oh, yeah.
And the speed in which this fucking pirate commander just gave up Krager blew my mind. Like, I know you have to wrap up the episode, make it a two-parter, or
yes.
Like, saw, they had a ship. They had a freaking a spaceship right there. Shoot the entry port of the targeting computer. Like, open it.
Yeah.
Like, they could have done...
Not to mention, like, pretty much the entire pirate crew, at least as we understand that's the entire pirate crew, was right there.
Yeah.
How the fuck are they going to take out this entire platform before Kaz gets there, like numerous times to raid, and they can't just kill a simple fucking dumb kid? I had a really hard time with this episode.
I feel like it would have been better if Kaz was somehow incapacitated, like unconscious, like he was just beaten.
Yeah,
and then he wakes up and, maybe in like dreary gaze bursts, he actually sees Yeager like kicking ass. Like he was a soldier, see him whipping pirate ass on his own. And then he finds this newfound respect for Yeager. It pays off the tease that we had earlier about his military service. And it's because Kaz didn't do anything anyway. Like he was just there bumbling. So it just would have paid homage and given a reason for Yeager to be there.
Yeah, like that was like even when they were flying the unit there, like you couldn't tell like who was actually flying the fucking thing because Kaz kept saying, "Oh, is that where we go? That big fucking hole that looks exactly like the thing we're carrying." It's like there was no point of him being there. Like at all.
That's actually a really good point because it did they made the setup very clear that Jarek was driving, and then it made it very clear, at least in audio, that it was somehow Kaz doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my I think I overanalyzed this one. I think it's because I wasn't actually watching it, because there's a lot of pretty colors and a lot of shit going on, so I just kind of drone out like an idiot. When I just listen to something, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Why?
No, it wasn't a very good episode at all. Again, I did think that there were some fun moments, but they were fleeting, and overall, it did a disservice to the series as a whole rather than a service to it. And it did set up a very pedestrian season finale.
It did. The thing is, like you had touched on earlier, they could have easily split this up and added more substance to it, because like I can, as we discuss it, I can see the merit to the storyline, but it was just so fucking rushed.
Yeah.
Like,
so we've got 1-2 episodes left, maybe. So
should have 2, I believe.
We know next episode the First Order is going to come with their terms of control of the platform.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think is going to be the outcome of this? Do you think it's going to be final defeat and run off of the First Order, or do you think the Colossus is going to be taken over by the First Order?
No, it'll very likely be the takeover. I don't imagine it being an overnight sort of just showing up with a massive presence takeover, but just in the whole contractual, like, oh, well, you signed our terms, blah, blah, blah. Because that's going to set up for another season. Whereas if the First Order shows up and they just blast the place up, I mean, one, they're doing themselves a disservice when they're trying to basically strong-arm somebody. And two, where do you go from there? Like, that's sort of a really quick, stupid end game.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't put it past... Exactly. I would not put it past him. Yeah, like I still can't get over. They should have just broke this up and like stretched it out. It could have been amazing. Like first episode being goofy, right up to the point where the pirates show up, and then the next episode is just action, and it would make sense. It would work. I would have enjoyed this more.
What's so frustrating for me is that having come right off the back of the final seasons of Star Wars Rebels and then Clone Wars before it, knowing that Dave Filoni can tell a really, really, really good Star Wars story.
Yeah.
And he was involved in this entire first season pre-production. So he knew the stories that were going to be told. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, this is your shit, and you just shit the bed.
Not all of it can be on him. I mean, to what level was he there for the pre-production, though? I mean, so much changes behind the scenes when it comes to making a movie, making a TV series. Like, there's shit that's always done, like, at the 11th hour. So I'm not going to put it on him, mostly because I fucking love him. And I don't want to blame him for this. But, yeah, God.
It's just frustrating.
The Mandalorian better be fucking tits.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now I'm worried. Like, I wasn't worried, but, like, coming into Star Wars Resistance, not knowing anything, I knew Dave Filoni. And so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be a great Star Wars story.
Yeah.
And then hearing about The Mandalorian, I'm like, oh, Dave's involved? Oh, it's on. This is going to be badass. And then seeing this shit to bed, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Everyone has greats and pitfalls. Is this going to be his pitfall?
Yeah, I'm really hoping for it.
I want
And, the thing
Mandalorian
is, too,
so
like,
bad.
I think part of my problem is my bias because, of course, we're coming off the final season of Rebels. We're coming off the whole series, well, up until whenever fucking Disney Plus decides to pull its head out of its ass and pop out.
Seriously.
We've got Clone Wars. Like, the last 5-6 seasons of that was just fucking amazing. Or how many seasons were there? There was 8, right?
I don't. There was a bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. The last few seasons were amazing. So we have that as far as the animation is concerned. But, I mean, even though I keep trying to remind myself that the first seasons always fucking suck. Like, I hated Rebels. I hated the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I hated the Clone Wars so much it took me years to get started back on it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't start until probably the 4th season.
Damn.
But
I'm not sure I want to give this 4 seasons.
No, I keep telling myself, hopefully this is just like the rest of their shit. The first season's meh at best. And then the finale's gonna be like, oh, well, fuck, I gotta go back into this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, all of them, the cliffhanger at the finale of the first season was great, and it brought you back. And then that's when it gave you the treat of, having to sit through all that garbage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. They've got some hard work to do. I mean, 2 episodes left or whatever it is. They've got some work ahead of them to convince me to come back for season 2.
Definitely.
Because right now, I'm not interested at all. Like, at all. I don't even fucking care about this. I'm only doing it because we said we would.
Yep, that's seriously it was a struggle.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this glowing review of the season and episode.
All around.
Next week, everyone, we do have a live show coming up. We haven't talked about topic yet, but it's going to be something.
Oh, it's a good one. I already know what it's going to be.
It's going to be awesome.
I just haven't talked to you yet about it.
Okay. So you can always let us know what you think about this review or what you think about Star Wars Resistance so far or this specific episode by shooting us an email at theinfernalbrotherhood@gmail.com and check out the website theinfernalbrotherhood.com for more information about the shows and the different videos and us. And it'll be fun. And peace and love will fill the galaxy and your heart will be filled with light and joy. Until the pirates come and fuck you.
Yeah, bastards. At least spit on it first, I hope.
They don't even use any lube at all.
Bullshit.
All I'm asking, a little saliva or something. All right. Is there anything else? Are we good?
I think we are good for this week.
I mean, we're not good, but we're good. All right. Well, until we can chat a little bit more about Star Wars, may the Force be with you.
Traitor!
Princess Moon. Princess Moon.